Hello darling, I'm here to give you your 2-minute Karma guide. Let's go! Karma's passive Gathering Fire gives her 1 point in her R at the start of the game. When Karma hits enemies with any damaging ability, Karma's R cooldown is reduced by 5 seconds. Karma's Q in a flame comes in 2 forms, standard and empowered. In the standard form, Karma's Q is a basic skill shot that has a small AoE splash when it connects with an enemy or minion that also applies a slow for 1 second. Her empowered Q is also a basic skill shot, however at the end of the range for the skill shot, or if the skill shot hits an enemy, it creates a large AoE splash. Enemies inside the AoE of her empowered Q will be slowed, and after a short while the AoE will detonate, dealing extra damage. Karma's W, Focus Resolve, is a point-and-click tether that roots enemies after a few seconds, providing that Karma can stay within a close distance from them. Her empowered W is the same ability, however at the start of the tether, Karma instantly regains a percentage of her max health, and after the tether roots the enemy, she regains the same amount again. Karma's E, Inspire, is a simple point-and-click shield. The shield also grants a burst of movement speed to the recipient. Her empowered form of her E is also a point-and-click shield, however the shield bursts around the target. Enemies inside the area will be damaged, and allies inside the area will receive a small shield and a smaller movement speed boost. The prime recipient of the empowered shield, however, will still receive the full effects. Finally, Karma's R, Mantra, simply empowers one of her other abilities as I previously mentioned. Start with your Q first, then E, followed by your W while taking points in your R when you can. You should max in this order. The typical runes you should take for Karma is Arcane Comet Primary with Inspiration Secondary. However, I personally take Grasp with the Undying Primary with Sorcery Secondary. Tough matchups for Karma will be Pike, Blitzcrank, Rakan, and Nautilus, whereas easier matchups will be Pantheon, Seraphine, Lulu, and Nico. The items on the left side of the screen are what most guides would recommend you take for Karma support. However, the items on the right are what I use, as I personally prefer playing a tankier Karma where I can take focus and frontline more so my ADC can follow up unscathed. Here are some examples on how to play Karma. You can use her E for the movement speed boost to stay in range of your W while frontlining for your ADC. You can use her empowered Q throughout all stages of the game to do a good bit of poke damage. You can remain low to bait the enemies in thinking they can kill you, and then use your empowered W to sustain while your teammate cleans up the kills. And you can act as a tank for your team to take control of any objective. I'd personally include Karma in my top 3 favorite supports, as she has some really simple yet effective abilities, and she is a lot more powerful than people give her credit. She is currently ranked as one of the worst supports right now, but that's for those weak AP Karma players. Tank Karma is the best way to play Karma, trust me. I hope you like this 2-minute guide for Karma the Enlightened one, and please remember for at least one person to select the Farsight Alteration Ward!